Learn to self-validate. This might be the most important lesson that I could teach any person, including myself, when I was 22 years old. Learn to self-validate. Imagine a house, okay? Imagine that your psyche, your personality is a house, okay? And imagine that your house is built to work perfectly fine when it's sunny. But when it rains, imagine not having any protection for your house, just a house with no roof. And when the rain comes, it will fill up the house and it will destroy the inner workings of the house because there is no protection for the elements, or from the elements in that house. That's self-validation in our current culture. Think of the world around us. We live in the social media universe, and we're bombarded with images of people that are cooler than us and slimmer than us and more beautiful than us and cooler than us. And all we can do is deal with these images and these sensations coming at us from all of the different social media applications. This person looks so beautiful, and this person looks so much stronger, and this person looks so much richer, and oh, I wish I were that. You have to be able to look at yourself and say, I did a good job. I'm enough. I am handsome. I feel good about myself. That is a skill that helps you survive. And once mastered, it will help you thrive in a world where the worlds around us and the images around us are tailored to make us think that everyone else's life is so much better than ours. Again, we'll go back to the weather analogy. The weather is social media. It's all of this flooding of images and sensations that are coming at us saying, this is what you want to buy, and this is what you want to look like, and this is what's cool, and all of the girls want men like this, and all of the men want women like this, or whatever. To build that roof on your house, you have to learn to self-validate. Self-validation is just as simple as looking at yourself in the mirror, no makeup, and saying, I like what I see. It's getting up and going running and saying, you know what? You look better than yesterday. If you are able to learn this simple idea, it will change the way you live your life. And it's simply this: don't compare yourself to other people. Compare yourself to who you were yesterday. If you take your world and shrink what kind of weather you allow to beat against the roof of your house, which is your personality, your psyche, and you say, my house will be protected by how I view myself. You build a force field, a way of being able to deal with the world outside of yourself. What we see many people, and this is a skill that very few people have mastered. It's very easy to validate when you put something on social media and many people like it. That is not self-validation. That is an outward validation. And so your mood, the way that you feel will be regulated by, oh, this picture got a lot of likes. I'm important. People like me. That is a very dangerous thing, because what happens when you post a picture and no one likes it, or not enough people like it? And I know you know people who are obsessed with how many likes, how fast they get likes, how many people are viewing, and I don't even understand the different ways you can use Instagram yet, but there's the Instagram movies, I believe, that they play at the top, and people get thousands and thousands of views in minutes. And some people are addicted to that outward validation. When you learn to validate from inside, the outside validation is icing on the cake. It is ketchup and mustard on the hot dog. It is, garlic butter on the steak. It's just extra. And if you can get to the point where the outside validation is nice, but it doesn't define how I feel about myself, you will find yourself in a very exclusive class of people. Being able to graduate from outside validation to self-validation is one of the most important transitions you can make. And I cannot stress this enough. You're going to have friends. You're going to have people around you. Some of them will be jealous. Some of them will look up to you. Some of them will look down on you. And they will give you signals that you can choose to interpret how you feel. But your feeling of self-worth, of ability, of value, it can take and choose from those signals. But 100% of the core of that is going to have to be how I feel about myself. Now, of course, you can go the other way and you can inflate your sense of self-worth, but quite often people who outwardly project great sense of self-worth, they're doing so to compensate for something that's missing inside. Let's do a couple of ways that you can self-validate, okay? Of course, there's looking in the mirror and saying, I look good. Okay, that's fine. I'll tell you another way you can self-validate. You're on a diet, and you know that maybe you're 25 pounds overweight. You go running, and after you finish your run, you step on the scale and you see you lost, half a kilogram, half a pound, or whatever. Tell yourself, good job. Say, good job. I did a good job today. Look at yourself in the mirror and tell yourself, hey, you did a good job running today, and we're going to do it again tomorrow. And there's a small part of you that feels good about that. And when you get into the practice of saying, you know what, I did a good job today. I feel good about how I acted at work today. I feel good about how I'm interacting with people. Then you start generating your own building blocks of self-value inside of you. What I'm telling you in this video is, if you feel like your ability to value yourself is connected to some outside source, that is a ticking time bomb that you're going to have to dismantle sooner or later. If you are able to look in yourself and say, I have value because I am, because I can, because I do, that is what is going to define someone of great character, and even when things around them are going all different ways and the weather is storming outside your figurative house of self-value, even in those times, you'll be able to stand strong, not compromise who you are, and be a person of value. So remember, work on this every day. Think of the things outside of yourself that seem to have a bearing on how you feel today. Let's say you wake up today and you wake up on a given morning and you feel yourself sort of in a bad mood. Try and identify, what is that thing that's making me feel this way? Because 9 times out of 10, that's something that's outside of you that you're internalizing. You need to learn, if you want to be a person who can weather the storms around them, you need to learn how to feel good about yourself regardless of what's going on around you. You're going to have storms in life. You're going to have things that don't go the way you want. Even in those times, hey, you did a good job today. I know today was tough, but we're going to get them tomorrow. And you know what? You did a good job. And you did a good job because you're a boss. No, I'm not saying overcompensate, but what I am saying is Don't allow your outside, what's outside of you, to define who you are and your value. Okay? Learn to self-validate. And that's all I have as a life lesson to myself at 22. And I'll see you next time.